In today's video, I will talk about hiring, and maybe you're at the point of your business where hiring someone seems improbable, but hear me out because you will reach that point once you start scaling your business, and you need to know these things. So I built a business that grew from 0 to 32 employees in just over a year, and I noticed some shifts at certain points. And now that I'm building my online coaching business, I promised myself that I won't hire more than 7 people. So the first problem when you pass that 7 people mark, the communication and the bond between the team shifts completely. And operations are also slightly different. So there's no such dynamic that you used to have when you have that kind of startup vibe when everyone is supporting each other and doing everything and learning a lot more. But once you pass that mark, you get people just doing one thing and then they don't really learn new things. And that's when you kind of get that dynamic shift. And these are the people that I would hire as a coach once I scale. The number one is appointment setter. So you're probably getting a lot of people follow you, and then you get an appointment setter just so you don't have to spend that time messaging people. The next person would be a video editor. So of course you're putting out content, you're providing value to your followers, but you're spending way too much time focusing on creating that content and editing it. Instead, you should outsource that to another person who will probably do it better than you just because they do that for a living. They edit videos, and you will have much more time to focus on your business. So this way you're taking yourself outside of the business. So you're no longer working in the business. You're kind of taking a step back and working on your business. The next one is a closer. Once you have an appointment setter, then you have a video editor. Closer is the next step, just because you want to take yourself out of those sales calls. And if you build a system where you don't really have to take sales calls and you close people via DM or online, then you won't need a closer. But if you're like most coaches, you will definitely need a closer who will jump on the sales calls instead of you. Next up is a customer success manager. And this one is really important. So the more people you take on in terms of your clientele, you will need to make sure you're delivering the best results for your client. And customer success manager might be another fitness coach who can do the programs and communicate with your clientele. Maybe you're going to hire both customer success manager and a fitness coach. So you might want to look in how you want to operate your business, but a customer success manager, just to make sure that your clients are happy, is very, very important. So to make sure that that communication is always there. Next up, once you start scaling your business even further, running more ads, you might want to have another closer depending on the number of calls you get per week. So if you start running a lot of ads, you're spending more on ads and you're getting that volume coming in, you might want to get another closer just so you don't have to jump into sales calls, and you don't want one salesperson, one closer, just always working and burning out and feeling tired. So it's a good idea to hire another closer. And finally, if you really want to take out yourself completely out of the business so you don't have to do that much, you can work a couple of hours a day. You can hire more coaches who will work within your team. So you're going to be the face of the brand, but they're going to do all the heavy lifting within the brand. So they're going to make sure your clients are happy. They're going to deliver the results, and you just attract new clients. And that's how you build a business that you don't really have to work that much every day. And this is what coaches who are making 100K per month or more are doing. So they're not really spending that much time, because sometimes other coaches who are just starting out ask me, how do other coaches get 200, 300, 400 clients and they manage to do that without having an app like, just another subscription $49.99 program where everything is the same for everyone? Well, this is what they do. They hire appointment setters, they hire video editors, they hire closers, they hire customer success managers, and they hire coaches who actually build out the program and help deliver the results. And as I mentioned, you don't really want to grow past a point of 7 people, and when the dynamic shifts and then operation shifts. And for me, I noticed the biggest shift once we passed the 17 people mark on the team, and I had to sit down for like a month to redraw all of the operations, and then we tested out and it's like, okay, this is not working. So we had to completely redo our operations, and then it really felt like we started moving actually slower to when we had 7 people. Because again, with 7 people, everyone's communicating better. Everyone is just on it, and they're learning, and they're super excited about the work. But once they're just stuck in their own little bubble that they're doing the work that they're doing, it's not as exciting anymore. So that's another reason to keep it small. And you don't want to go into constantly solving problems, like, because the more people you have, then it starts getting like not business problems, but people problems. And that's something you have to really think about. And for you as a coach, again, you really have to think about who you hire and how you hire, because with e-commerce brands, with other brands, with building an application or software as a service, whatever, anything else, what founders do is that they sell the business at some point and they get their exit. They don't work anymore. They have a lot of money and that's it. With you, on the other hand, you're building a brand around your name. That's why the only kind of exit that you're going to have is when you hire the right people, you hire the right team, and they do all the heavy lifting for you. So you only have to work a couple of hours a day. And make sure to give those people what they deserve and keep your promises. Because I've seen too many CEOs and business owners who promise their team something, and then once their team achieves that, what they set out to achieve, they're like, nah, I was just joking. So don't do that. Pay them well, make sure they're happy. And once you have a happy team that is like working together, they're excited about the work that they do, and they're paid for what they do extremely well, you're going to be chilling. You won't have to do a lot of work. Sometimes you will be having days off just because you feel like it. So make sure to do those things. That is all for now. So if you liked the video, subscribe to the channel. More is coming, and I'll see you in the next one.